Hey Gemini, welcome to your January 2020 chakra healing video. This video is gonna be so interesting because there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so I'm gonna go through all your cards and then we're gonna talk about it. So for your root chakra, you have the Lovers, which is your card, which I feel like is a little bit appropriate this month. We have the Queen of Cups in your sacral, Seven of Wands in your solar plexus, the Hermit in your heart chakra. Your third chakra, you have the Ten of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Your third eye, you have the High Priestess. Please don't sleep on this month. Please, I'm begging you not to sleep on this. In your crown chakra is Temperance. Your bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles and Death. Okay, your oracle cards are Gratitude and Message, and your messages from Osset are Eye of Horus, Awakening Divine Perception, and Wings of Isis, Uniting with the Angelic Self. So the first thing before I even, when I first pulled this card, the first thing that I kind of happened was that I laughed because it's your card, obviously. The second thing that I highly felt is a lot of angelic forces with you guys this month, which is great that this is happening because, I mean, I'm a Gemini moon, so I will be wonderfully grateful for all the angelic forces that wants to help me this month. That sounds like a wonderful thing. But there is a lot, and then once I kept pulling the cards, we ended on Temperance. That's two angels in the reading already, plus Uniting with the Angelic Self, and Message really looking like wings here, looking like wings. There is a lot of angelic forces and a lot of angelic power this month, and you guys need to do some prayers. Okay, you guys need, there needs to be some prayers that happen this month. We're going to talk about this in a second, but I just wanted to mention that because there is this connection with Gemini and the angels this month. There is just this relationship happening. It's almost like you're being protected because what you have, who you are, what you need to say, why it needs to happen, the way it needs to happen. It's on a divine level where that those messages, who you are as a messenger, needs to be protected. The messenger always needs to be protected because without you, nothing is spoken, nothing is said. There is power in higher understanding and communication and being able to process words and understand that which others cannot see. There's just like this, like, just crazy amazing vibe with you guys this month, and I hope you guys are tapped into this energy, because if you're not, like, this is going to be a little bit kind of weird. But if you are, then you need to definitely continue to work with this energy, especially because the High Priestess is in your third eye. There's a reason why this is happening ultimately, but let's just go and talk with your lower chakras first. So with the root chakra being in the Lovers, this is really signaling that this month, as far as your root chakra goes, because the root chakra is ruled by Capricorn, and right now we're a Capricorn season, it really does highlight that which you are grounded in, and you are grounded very much in communication because you are the messenger. So there is a level of groundedness which is kind of required of you, but in a different way, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Gemini can't be grounded unless it's Virgo. Virgo is grounded earth, okay? It's air that has been grounded. The way to understand that which Gemini does in an earth sign season is to really look at what the trees produce, okay? You have the seed that you plant in the ground, you water it, okay? You water that seed, it grows into a tree, and that tree produces oxygen, and then you are released into the air. You are flowing with the air. That amount of that connection, that relationship between earth and air is very important, because while Gemini and air itself can't be grounded. You guys touch the ground, okay? You guys do touch the ground, but you love to flow and be up in the other realms, which is why we're talking about the angelic realms right now. You guys love to flow everywhere, as expansive as you want. You want to explore, you want to touch and feel and just everything, everywhere. Why? Because that's just who you are. It is in your nature. You are grounded in your nature, and your nature is to be free. And so when we talk about Geminis not being able to be fully, completely grounded, it's not necessarily true, because you do again touch the ground, because air touches the ground. However, you just don't plant yourself. You just decide to be as divine, as, you know how God is spoken of as, oh, God is everywhere. You guys are everywhere, okay? Geminis are everywhere. Air is everywhere throughout the planet. And that's exactly the way you need to understand why you guys have the lovers in the root chakra. There's a connection with yourself, what your power is, your abilities that are calling to you this month, about that messenger aspect, about communicating with the divine. The power in this card is like completely undeniable to me, because this is one of my favorite cards, this one and the devil card, because it's very reflective. And actually, I'm going to show it to you because I've talked about this. Oh wow, I just got the deck and okay, we're just going to pretend like that didn't happen, but that was funny. Anyway, there's a relationship with Capricorn and Gemini, and you can kind of tell with this kind of reflection that's happening here, because if you look at it, you're like, yeah, there's kind of a very similar thing happening here. But let's talk about Gemini first, okay? There is a freedom. As you can see, this is why the devil is chained, because Capricorn likes to have stability. We like to have routine. We are chained to those things. We like to know that we can sit in this pillar and dictate and where to fuel the fire that we want and how the fruits of our labor are growing. We like that shit, okay? But you guys, no. You guys love to be free. You guys like to expand and climb all these mountains. But another thing that you guys like to do with this air is explore the realms. And this is when we start looking at the angel here, because you see the division, not the division, but the twinning of you guys really lies in your ability to again touch the ground and look everywhere, while at the same time receiving messages with that which is divine. That's why the woman is looking up and the man is looking this way, because there needs to be a communication between all of this, but it's happening from your divine feminine self. And this is why the high priestess is coming up in your third chakra, okay? In your third eye chakra. This is why, because this month you guys are getting called to do that thing that you do best, and that is be the messenger, okay? And yes, you should have gratitude that you are needed, and in this way that you are the embodiment of communication, that you are in the embodiment of the way people receive these messages. This is something that you should be grateful for. This is your power. Accept that shit. I had to say that. Anyway, so there is a connection to yourself, to kind of being liberated, to being open to the possibilities, to exploring, to being curious, to listening to all of the voices in your head, even if they don't sound like yours. Because why? There's messages coming through. Very, very like powerful messages, very kind of like life-changing messages. Like I feel like you guys right now, you guys can honestly be pulling a lot of things if you wanted to. Like I would definitely do a lot of I would call in the archangels if I were you. If you are on the Patreon, you can definitely check out the archangel workshop that we did. We did a class on archangels. So we talked about which ones you should be working on, and there's going to be more classes on archangels as well, and angels as well. But I did want to speak on this, and it's actually funny that that class happened last month, because it's kind of needed right now as far as like what's happening with you guys. You have this relationship happening with you and the angels, meaning that you need to be communicating with them. You need to pray to them. You need to call on them. You need to hold space. You need to ask for guidance from them. And this is why the heart chakra is the hermit, because now it comes, you go from the root chakra to your heart. There is a grounding that's happening where you need to go in depth. You need to go inside. You need to search for the truth. You need to search for the message that you are being told. There is just, like, I feel like you guys are channeling this. This month is like you guys are channeling. You guys are moving through like your just throat chakra, third eye, crown chakra. Like, you guys are just like, nah, everything's gonna be okay. But we know why it's gonna be okay. We can see what needs to be done, what message needs to be said for these cups to flow, and we can also see what the direction is for us to get that crown. There are levels to this. Like, I honestly feel like you guys are gonna be not only very much predicting people's lives, but to the point that this month you're going to be saying some things to some people that are actually going to manifest in a way where they're never going to forget you. That you are the person, the catalyst of what change happened, that they just kind of got pushed that the way that they needed to go because they met you. You have a very powerful presence with people this month. There is just this connection with the way you're nurturing other people is through your words, is through how you're communicating. And there's just like as much as like within your own life you're just like trying to get yourself sorted and trying to like, you know, not get overwhelmed by other things that you need to do, you are still getting kind of plummeted with messages, and you're just like trying to be like, okay, well, I'm having this dream, I don't know what it meant, but I think it was, I don't know, but I saw this person. Then you tell this person, oh my god, you were in my dream, and this and that happened. And then while you're telling them the dream, they're like, oh my god, that's exactly what I needed to hear. Like, you don't understand your abilities, your power. But this month it might just be kind of shown to you. So don't sleep on your truth. Don't sleep on what you are perceiving. This is why the Eye of Horus came up the way it did. Awakening divine perception. You are in connection with the divine. You're in connection with those angelic forces. You are completely in this journey of kind of working with those higher entities and higher forces right now. And it's in a way where it's almost seamless. Like, I do feel like you're channeling here, especially uniting with the angelic self. You guys are channeling this month. There's a lot of things that it's almost like you're going to be used as a vessel as well. And I do see that for some people. You guys are going to be using the angels are going to be using your voice, your throat chakra, to be able to communicate the right things to people. So there's sometimes maybe you might say something that's out of your own character, and you don't know why you had to say it, but you did. Don't be afraid. Don't, just go with the flow. Stay in your element. Again, freedom. That means you get to touch all the realms. So just be aware that you having this ability means that you get to be the vessel for the messages that other people that need to hear. It's not just for you. It's not just a lot of what it takes to being a Gemini is not for necessarily selfishness. As much as you guys enjoy the freedom and being free and roaming, a lot of it is for other people. You search and roam so you can share what you've learned. So there is still a purpose to your communication. And there's a healing that's happening. That's why, like, the Hermit is in the heart chakra. You guys are really getting insight into people's depth. So just be mindful, be gentle with others. There is a nurturing that you guys need. You need to embody being nurturing this month. And just take it easy. I feel like you guys are, when you're tapping into all of these kind of messages, it can be a little bit, it can feel weird. It can feel like an odd month. It can feel like everything is just a little bit more spiritual, and maybe you want to just be a little bit more lighthearted. And I can see that because you guys are very lights a lot of the time. But right now, you're getting called to do more work than you have been. So do the thing, move forward. I feel like this month is going to be great for you guys, but at the same time, it's really going to show you who you are. So do the thing. You guys will be fine. I will see you next month. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to check out the Patreon. And yeah, have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next video.